So, you're thinking about investing in 2026? Good. But before you put a single dollar on the table, there is something you absolutely need to understand. We're at a really pivotal moment, and getting this right is the key to not just growing your money, but protecting it. So, let's break it down.
You always hear that people lose money because they picked the wrong stock or their timing was off. But what if I told you the real reason is way simpler? And frankly, way more important to get your head around.
And that is the real trap. It's not about the stock, it's about the context. People fail because they just don't see the big picture they're playing in. Understanding this moment in time is everything. And today, we're going to figure out exactly how you can do that. So that brings us to what we're calling the 2026 challenge. We're seeing this incredible mix of economic shifts and crazy fast tech advances that are creating a totally unique landscape for investors. And yeah, that means there are huge opportunities, but it also means there are some really well-hidden risks. So what are we actually looking at here? Well, for starters, the global economy is kind of recalibrating itself. Money is flowing to new places. And at the exact same time, AI isn't just a buzzword anymore. It is actively rewriting the rules for entire industries. The key here, the real trick, is learning how to tell the difference between real, solid growth and just, temporary hype. So how do you cut through all that noise? Well, we're going to lean on the wisdom of a seasoned pro, someone who's seen these cycles before and navigated them successfully. Let's think of him as our guide. He's here to point us toward what actually matters. Let's see what he has to say. Okay, so how do we put this into action? Our guide recommends focusing on 4 key areas. These aren't just guesses. These are the smart, strategic moves that can help you really thrive in a market like this one. So here's the game plan. First, we're going to look at index funds. Then we'll dive deep into technology and AI. After that, and this one's important, we'll talk about education. And finally, we'll explore the world of digital businesses. For each one, we'll look at the upside, but also the discipline it takes to get it right. Let's kick things off with index funds. Think of these as the foundation of your house. Instead of trying to be a genius and pick the one winning stock, you're basically investing in the entire market. It's a proven, steady strategy for building wealth over the long haul. But, and this is a big but, there's one crucial ingredient: patience. This is not a get-rich-quick plan. Next up, technology and AI. Okay, this is where things get really exciting, but it's also where you can get burned. The real opportunity is in finding companies that are using AI to solve actual, tangible problems. The danger? Getting sucked into the hype. Just because a company slaps AI on their website doesn't mean it's the real deal. You gotta dig deeper. All right, our third investment, and this might be the most overlooked one of all: investing in yourself. Seriously. Taking the time to learn, to understand how money works, to develop new skills. That knowledge is your most valuable asset because it empowers you to make smarter decisions about everything else. And finally, we've got digital businesses. Look, the barrier to entry for this stuff has never, ever been lower. It could be anything: a YouTube channel, an online store, a niche blog. You can literally create an asset that generates value with a pretty small investment of your time and money upfront. Okay, so we've covered the good stuff, the opportunities. But now we gotta flip the coin. Our guide is really clear on this. Avoiding the big mistakes is just as critical, maybe even more critical, than picking the winners. So let's look at the common traps that can completely derail you. Here they are. These are the 3 traps you absolutely have to steer clear of, especially in a market that's changing as fast as this one. First up, the siren song of quick money. Second, the temptation to just blindly copy what everyone else is doing. And third, and this one's a big one, the paralysis that comes from investing out of fear. Let's break these down. This is like the oldest rule in the book, right? If it sounds way too good to be true, it is. Anyone promising you fast, guaranteed returns, that is a huge red flag. Real wealth is built over time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And now for our third trap, fear. And this one is sneaky. The fear of making a mistake can be so powerful that it stops you from doing anything at all. But here's the crazy part. The cost of inaction, of just sitting on the sidelines for years, can be way, way more damaging than any single bad investment you could ever make. So after looking at the opportunities and the traps, we finally get to the core idea, the real secret. This is the mindset shift that underpins all successful investing. And it starts with this. And this is huge.
So many people think investing is like searching for a winning lottery ticket. They're hunting for that one single perfect investment. But that's not how this works. The real goal is something totally different. See, the key to winning in the long run is playing great defense. It's about avoiding the big, stupid, catastrophic mistakes that can wipe you out. Remember, it's not always about how much you make. It's about how much you get to keep. And this changes everything, doesn't it? Investing is not a game of luck. It's not a casino. It is a game of skill, based on making smart, informed, and patient decisions consistently over a long period of time. So when you boil it all down, it comes to this. Your financial future isn't set in stone. It's being built right now by the choices you make every single day. Every single decision, no matter how small it seems, is a building block. You are in control. You are in the driver's seat. So what's the one takeaway from all of this? Start now. Seriously, even the smallest step you take today can have a massive, massive impact down the road. Because in the world of investing, your greatest asset isn't your money, it's your time. The only question left is, are you going to use it?